So here we got the order of the play, and as you can see, the first two matches or both ended up in 3 games, and mixed doubles to follow. Mikkelsen and SURROW of Denmark versus Goh Soon Hwat and Siwon Lai of Malaysia, the number 7 seeds. So as we are waiting for the officials and the players to take on the court, I can say that Mikkelsen and SURROW of Denmark are presently ranked 37 in the world, and that's based on 13 tournaments. And they are most likely always playing in what we call international challenges and international series. That was last year. They have won 1 international challenge and 5 international series tournaments. And last year in 2017, in the Scottish Open Grand Prix Gold, they came runners-up. So normally Mikkelsen and SURROW are not playing tournaments at this level, but they have made it all the way to number 37 on the world ranking. They've been as high as 29, and that qualifies them for playing these top-tier tournaments, as this Denmark Open is. And they're up against number 7 in the world, or sorry to say, they're number 9 in the world at the moment with 17 tournaments. And they have been as high as number 6, the Malaysian pair, Goh Soon Hwat and Siwon Lai. And here we have Goh Soon Hwat leading the 2 players onto court. Siwon Lai is a left-handed player, and Goh Soon Hwat, a former men's singles player. They formed partnership in the mixed doubles end of 2016. And here we have Mikkelsen leading the 2 players on to court for the Danes. And SURROW is also a left-hander. So we're getting ready to do the toss of the coin, who to serve and what end to choose. And it will be an interesting match for me because, of course, I know Mikkelsen quite well, and as you can see, this is the first time these 2 pairs are meeting.
Mia or Mai? Is it Mai? Yeah. Okay.
Head to head.
Red or black?
Never played before.
Red. Black. Serve. And who is serving? Siwon. Serving. Okay. Receive. Receive. So
the Malaysians chose to serve, and that means that the Danes, they chose ends, and they chose the end furthest away from the camera. And Mikkelsen was part of the team surrounding Victor Axelsen when they were younger, when in their junior years. Mikkel was one of the singles players Denmark had. They had 4 or 5 really good singles players, and he was one of them. Later on here in his career, he's turned on to play mixed doubles and doing really well. And here we have the profile of Mikkelsen, age 26 and 190 centimeters, and as mentioned earlier, ranked 37 in the world, and the highest they have been is number 29. They were number 29 on the world ranking for 3 weeks, and that was in June this year. SURROW here in the picture, also 26 years of age, 169, and of course same ranking applies, and they have a big hope that one day they might qualify for the Olympics, but they have to fight very hard. It's tough, tough, tough to get into the doubles of the Olympics. In the men's doubles, women's doubles and mixed doubles, only very few players qualify. Here the profile of Go Sun Wat, age 28, 179, and at the moment ranked 9 in the world. As mentioned earlier, they have been as high as a number 6, and they have been number 6 on the world ranking for 8 weeks. Siobhan Jamie Lai, age 25. She's the left-hander, height 169, and the same ranking applies. As I said earlier, the partnership formed early 2016, and what a fantastic start they had to their partnership, winning the Malaysian International Challenge and then winning the Scottish Open a few weeks after. And the umpire is Jan Andersson of Sweden, and Preisner from Poland is the service judge. We are ready to commence this game and match very shortly. Siobhan Lai to serve against Mikkel Mikkelsen of Denmark.
My right, Mikkelsen, my SURROW, Denmark. On my left, Go Sun Wat, Siobhan Jamie Lai, Malaysia. Siobhan Jamie Lai to serve to Mikkelsen. Love all. Play. One love. Two love.
Once again, we see the shot drifting wide of that sideline from Go Sun Wat.
1-2.
Mikkel Mikkelsen is a very hard-hitting, good attacker, and he can play his shots with great variety, but also extremely accurate. But has he got the time to do it? That's what matters. I think chances are that the Malaysian duo here is just playing faster, and that is putting a lot of pressure on the Danes. So let's see if the Danes can follow. Let's see if they can really put some pressure on a top 10 combination in the world.
Service over, 2-3.
So the Malaysians here in the picture had a very good start to the year, and they won the German Open in March. It was a Super 300 tournament, and then later on they went on to win Singapore Open, a Super 500 tournament, and that was an awesome win where they beat the world number ones at the time, Ahmed and Natsir of Indonesia, 21-19, 21-18 in that Singapore Open final. 5-2 up in this first game. That's wide. Very unlucky here for the Danes.
6-2.
Sun Wat totally out of balance, really stretching himself to get there, but just out.
Service over, 3-6. Service over, 7-3.
Added on to the results of the Danes here, I can mention that in the Swiss Open Super 300 tournament this year, they got to the quarter-final where they lost to the German Janssen and Nelter, 21-19, 21-15. So they usually play lower-tier tournaments and not taking part in these top-tier. But don't be deceived, they do play a really nice game. It's going long. Very nice block shot there by Siobhan Lai, where she blocks it cross court. She's following up. It goes into her forehand. This one perfect. The next one even better. Try to have a look at this block here and then the follow-up. But this one is a big miss.
Service over, 9-4.
And this was the coach, Tanja Bau from Denmark. She has been a coach for that Danish club for so many years. I can't even remember when she started. And that's also the interesting part of the two Danish players, that none of the players are part of the national team. They are playing in a local club with support from the club and their sponsors,
5-10.
but not on the day-to-day training in the national centre.
Service over, 11-5 interval.
So Malaysia goes into the mid-game interval in this first game with a lead of 11-5 after just 5 minutes. And it's all about whether the Danes can follow pace with the fast Malaysian combination here.
Og så husk stadigvæk, at når du spiller kort til net, så får du den tilbage igen. Ikke også? Den kommer hver gang. Hun ligger og spiller den derop, så du skal være klar. Bevægelse. En lille smule mere tålmodighed nede bagfra. Ikke? Du vil gerne lige slå lidt for hårdt på den. Ind og bruge dine stik. Ind og bruge dine maskeringer. Også. Tålmodigt arbejde. Ikke også? Og så hele tiden være langt fremme.
平的做完，喜欢折的做好，就是后面他过一点点，你这个球再不要太给，你前面上面抓一点点，而且你出的球不要太顺他那个，他们左右刷一起，然后就抓旁边很多嘛，顺打进来一点点就是啪。
And for the Malaysian side, it was coach Pang Chichang, the head coach of mixed doubles in Malaysia at the moment. So coach Tanja Bau told that the two Danes should be a little bit more patient and not go for all the power smashes first time round, but really try to mix it up carefully.
Service over, 12-8.
Yeah, that's a lucky shot And straight away, Siobhan Lai is apologising.
Good finish here by Mai Surrov at the net. But it's good to see that Siobhan Lai is back on court. It's good to see that she is in full form and spirit, because she was a very close friend of Chan Chi-chen. Some died in a car crash just a few weeks ago on his way back from a tournament here in Europe. And I know that she was really, really sad for the fact that Chan Chi-chen died in that car crash. So trailing 11-5 at the mid-game interval. Now it's just 2 points in it. 13-11 for the for the Malaysians. And that's in, that's well in. Good defensive shot by Goh Sun-hwat.
14-11.
And that's what I mentioned earlier. It's possible that the Malaysians here, good on their attack, really add on the pressure, the pace and the power, and the Danes can't really withstand it. 15-11.
Service over. 12-15. Service over. 16-12.
Good play here by Goh Sun-hwat. Really nicely deceptive shot here.
12.
And not only the deception, try to look at this, it's also clipping the top of the tape. Impossible for Surrov to get that one back.
Service over. 13-17.
So at the moment, to me, it looks like that the Malaysian pair is very much in control. And they can put on the heat anytime they want. Not really under pressure.
It's over. 18-13.
Having a 5-point cushion here, 18-13 up. It looks really comfortable, just 3 points away from taking this opening game.
It's over. 14-18. Oh! 15-18.
that was a good follow-up by Surrov here. One of the things that coach Tanja Berg was saying is that make sure you follow up, get close to the net, because a lot of opportunities are coming from that. So that's 4 points in a row here now. And just 1 point in it between the two pairs. And here I was saying that the Malaysian pair are very comfortable, having a 5-point lead. Virtually can score as and when they please, and suddenly the Danes are here 17-18.
Service over, 19-17. Over. 18-19. Line judge.
So we need the court to be marked. And in the meantime, I can tell you that Mikkelsen was a fine men's singles player when he was a junior. He was in the top and was supposed to go to Mexico to play the World Junior Championship when the year Victor Axelsen won it. But he was so unfortunate at the National Championships in February, a few months prior to the event, that he got a really, really big, massive knee injury, and that kept him out of the game for at least a year.
18.
So, 20. Game point 18. Saved the first one here, the two Danes. 19-20, can they save another one?
19-20.
They cannot, and Malaysia converted this second game point and won 21-19.
21-19.
Good cross-court smash here by GOH.
Vi skal lige sørge for, at når det er, at vi sådan begynder at nærme os dem, så vil vi gerne lige lave de hurtige point. Der er ingen hurtige point. Vi skal spille os igennem hele vejen. Vi skal sørge for at sætte den rigtige hastighed på de bolde, vi lægger.
Jeg kommer til at spille lidt for meget fart, når jeg er nede før. Hvis jeg vil spille de dernede, så må jeg bare lægge dem til nettet. Skal jeg stole på, at jeg kan det?
Jamen, det kan du også godt. Og ellers hele tiden sørge for at komme langt frem på den forbane. Den bliver spillet rigtig, rigtig meget. Ja. Og hvis du er så aktiv op på det der hegn også,
så længe du er aktiv, så ved jeg også,
så kan du ligge bagved. Ikke? Ja. Fordi så når du også bolden i tid. Ja. Men du skal hele tiden vide, at den kommer tilbage til dig igen, når du er aktiv på den. Ikke? Får vi løftet, så er vi bare glade. Og så skal du bare sørge for at få de der stik med. At du ikke ligesom... At du,
det er klart bedre, når jeg slår med stejlhed.
Ja. Ikke? Og det er fordi, du ikke må slå til dem, men du skal bare ikke gøre det for at afgøre. Men vi vil gøre det for at spille den næste og spille en god position på den næste også. Ikke? Og hun lægger rigtig meget kort tilbage. Ikke?
Du skal bare tro på, at den kommer helt tiden. Ja. Også nogle gange, hvis jeg kommer til at spille lidt mere fart, så bare blive stående der, hvor jeg er bare klar. Yes. Han trykker den bare kryds.
Yes.
Så jeg kommer til at dumme mig lidt. Ja. Skal vi fandme bare så tro på det her, fordi...
Ja, for helvede da. Altså, der er jo ingen...
Så længe vi holder
der er jo ingen grund til. Når det er, at du kommer ind og trykker lidt på servereturen, der ligger han rigtig meget med fart over mod din baghåndsside. Ja. Man kan bruge det aktivt, hvis der man vil have det med. Ikke? Ja. Godt. Ikke? Vi bliver der nu, ikke også? Helt klart.
他不会跟小魔打太多，因为发了啊，这种球只有你折中，他不会放网。你遮的话，如果你发这个点，比如你发1号的话，他的球来跟你遮点很好遮。所以你在发这个点，如果发2号的话，他推长那种拿换，准备就这个中球就可以了。 而且他的球你是。
Second game, love all, play.
So second game here, ready to commence. Siobhan Lai serving.
It's over, 1 love.
Yeah, Siobhan really covered the net well on that one, played the block shot, followed in and killed the next one. Here you see, really well played. Yeah, that was going long on the back line.
Service over, 2-1.
And I really liked the coaching at the in the break between the two games, because there was no doubt that the two Danes really felt with their coach that they have an opportunity here and never give up. They really stand a chance, and they must play that chance, despite the quite big gap between the two pairs on the world ranking. And to prove that, the first game went very close, 21-19, and they still believe that they have a really good chance here now, 3-1 up.
It's over, 2-3. Three all.
Good play here, good attacking skills from the Danes. Mikkelsen attacking really well, very steep from the back line here. But also well covered by Surrow. And look at this smash, very steep. Yeah, here we saw one of the areas where Siobhan Lai still have to work on her game is the movement towards the net when she's caught in situations on a defensive situation, and still have to sort of regroup, get back into it. And you could see how difficult it was for her to move forward at that time.
Service over, 4-5. Over, 6-4.
Yeah, to me, there's no doubt that the two Malaysians, Goh Sun Huat and Siobhan Lai, they really have to try to find a rhythm, especially on the attack, and try to play faster, because at the moment they're sort of sitting back and waiting and hoping for something to happen. But they have to take control. They have to go in there and really take control of the match. And so far, they're just hoping for the best. And I've seen them play a lot better than this, especially when I saw them beat Ahmad and Nasir in Singapore Open. Ahmad and Nasir is not only world #1 at the time, they're Olympic champions and world champions and so on. So that was an awesome win for the pair. But here they're sort of sitting back a bit and waiting. And I know that they can do a lot better than this.
5-8.
Yeah, that can be quite painful. And here we saw a proof of the smash from Mikkelsen. He's really got a good smash. Very powerful, very steep. And no chance for Goh Sun Huat to get that one back. And the Danes maintain a 3-point gap here, 9-6 up.
Service over. 7-9. Service over. 10-8.
So the Danes here have a chance to go into the mid-game interval with the lead, 10-8 up now. Good wide serve there by Mikkelsen. I love when they change it. Everyone is serving into that tee, into the center of the court, and this time that was played wide. And here we got the confirmation, 11-8 in just 10 minutes.
你就抓这种前面中长的球不了，你不要标出2个点，你要处你直接压一个点对角，然后你跟那个点。啊，第二他那个发接发，他如果一低，这个男的重复弹你那个点。所以你起来的时候，你不要直接要杀的，你直接扫完他那个女的抓那个点，你扫那个女的可以，他抽了你打进去那个男那边就可以了，给那个男的去做那个控制第二个时间的球就可以了。你们发接发的手段要有，因为还一直用发接发的人，可能记得不舒服嘛。 所以你接发的时候，一个你直接给他抢放回他的脸这边，不让他不舒服这边；一个你自己放在旁边就可以了。啊？
When Goh Sun Huat changed from men's singles to mixed doubles, he was actually at the highest of his world ranking ever. He was number 42 on that world ranking in men's singles, as in when he changed to mixed doubles.
12-8.
I think that has been a good decision by him to focus and concentrate on this mixed doubles. As I pointed out earlier, they have been as high as number 6 on that world ranking.
13-8.
Still have to stabilize, still have to learn a lot. Just been playing for 2 years. that's called in. 15-8. 7 points adrift now, the two Malaysians here. They really, really have to think carefully. They have to start catching up. Because it's not so much about just winning this second game. It's also about the massive confidence boost that these two players from Denmark will get if they win the second game. Then you can never, ever tell what's going to happen in that third. 16-8, just 5 points away, having an 8-point lead. And they have won the last 6 points in a row.
It's over. 9-16. Ten, 16.
Yeah, good play there by Siobhan Lai. First the block shot and then the interception on the next one.
11-16.
Try to notice there's always a big gap on the backhand side of Siobhan Lai. She's always looking to play forehand shots, but she's leaving most of the backhand shots, which means there's a massive gap on the side of her backhand. Yeah, chasing the Danes from side to side.
16.
And eventually Mysurov did not get into position here. She did not manage to get back into position for her defensive shot. And as you can see, the rally length was 31 shots. So they halved the deficit from 8 to 4, now 12-16.
Thirteen, 16. Seventeen, 13.
So we need the court to be mopped again. And I just want to say that the Danes, of course, also play better when they have the support of the spectators, as in when it's played here in Denmark. So that also plays a role, that they are more upbeat, they are more believing in what they can do and so on. They have this support from the spectators, and that's obviously also very important.
Over. 14-18.
So the Danes really have to stay cool, calm and collected.
15-18.
Had a 16-8 lead. And now it's only 3 points, 18-15. They really have to stay calm and play just like before. Great variation here by Goh Sun Huat.
16-18.
Not opting for the power smash cross court, but instead of the block shot here, try to have a look at that. Completely catching Mysurov off balance. Have to throw herself, try to get it. But all in vain. So now just 2 points.
Thank you.
Can the Malaysian catch up after having been down by 16-8?
Please welcome from Spain,
Play.
Beatrice Morales. She's playing wrong hand, Akane Yamaguchi.
17-18.
So panic is creeping in. They're not getting the same aggressive formation as what they had just before, starting to lose the points. They're starting to hesitate. And of course, the Malaysians are adding on the pressure here. That's going wide, and suddenly is 18-all.
18-all.
And here is set the second coach from Malaysia, Hun Ten Hao, mixed doubles coach, former men's doubles player from Malaysia. And then here we have a crucial call by the service judge from Poland,
19-18.
who called Goh Sun Huat on that serve, saying that the shot was struck too high, higher than 115 centimeters. And suddenly, 2 game points for the Danes.
20 game point 18.
That's as little as it takes. Been fighting so well to get back into it. 16-8 down, 18-all, and suddenly lost 2 points here. It's close. It was really, really close. And that's a typical Mikkelsen shot. Really having great precision in what he's doing. This one just going so slightly wide of that sideline. And that would have been taking the match to 3 games. And here it comes. 21-19 for the Danes, which means that we're treated to a 3rd game.
SURROW 21-19, 1 game all.
Here we got the confirmation, 19-21, 21-19, all in 38 minutes.
明白吗？阿华，你该有一个下吊，你配合那个下吊先。你应该直接杀我，你讲吗？如果你杀那个你也是抽一给你，你挡清了男那边，不要太重复给那个女的就可以了。学会你防守，啪啪你长了吗？这边有时你有抓到机会的，你要在上面转那个挡，转攻那边，转挡那边要抓好来。接发呢，你看你放其实是放对了，放旁边。如果你那个女的发，你打中间很舒服，你放去旁边一点点，给她去扎，她一遮你就反遮就可以了。OK， 啊。
De kan også godt mærke det her. Ikke? Hold da op.
Og det er kun de der sidste procenter, man vi lige tror på det, der vi får den dårlige stil. Fordi ellers vi er klar over nok, at de spiller også bare lidt bedre dueller der.
Ja, det gør de. Men I kommer også til at stå en lille smule mere stille. Ja. Ikke? Man vil rigtig gerne have et point. Ikke? Hvordan får man det point? Det gør vi ved at blive i processen. Ja. Hele vejen igennem og sige, okay, hvad er det, der er vigtigt? Det her, jeg ligger heroppe med min ske. Det her, jeg rykker fremad. Ja. Ikke? Det her, jeg holder bevægelsen, for eksempel op på nettet. Ja. Det her, du spiller tålmodigt nede bagfra. Ja, ikke? Og hele tiden kommer op og stå højt på. Det er det, vi skal prøve at få til at fylde rigtig meget. Hele tiden.
Ja, det er at de kommer lidt op på en og prøver at stjæle et eller andet billigt point på.
Ja, men det er jo klart. Altså, de har også noget rutine, de kan køre med. Ikke? Ja. Til gengæld er deres kommunikation ikke optimal, vel? Og hun bliver det ramt. Der er point i hende. Ja. Ikke? Så der er nogle muligheder. Ja. Ikke? Nu skal vi bare være der. Vi skal tro på det, men vi skal arbejde i processen.
Bravo. Play.
So the Danish coach, Tanja Berg, was saying that add on some more pressure on Siobhan Lai because there is a lot of points in that, so I think the Danes will really try to put some pressure on Siobhan from Malaysia. But let's see if they're successful. Let's see whether the two Malaysians can actually pick up the pace, as I believe they can. I know that they have a second gear, third gear and a fourth gear, but somehow they can't get it out there at the moment. But I know they can play a lot faster than this. But are they not able to do it? They stand a fair chance of maybe losing this match. So 2-1 for the Danes.
Service over 2-all. Three, two. Service over 3-5.
And that's going long on the back line. So a good start here for the Malaysians. 6-3 up now.
6-3.
That's in. That's in. The drift is keeping it in. So 7-3. Good pressure here by Goh Sun Huat. Going cross court.
8-3.
Yep, 9-3 suddenly.
9-3.
Scored the last 4 points. It's never easy. It's never easy to play the first match in any tournament. You've got to find the right level
straight away.
3.
And somehow I don't feel that the Malaysians really found that in the first 2 games they played. But here, zooming off to a 10-3 start. Out. 11-3 it is.
11-3, interval change ends.
So that must be one of the quickest 11 points for a long time. As you can see here, 11-3 in just 6 minutes.
Jeg skal spille meget mere til net der. Det er simpelthen ikke godt nok, at jeg ligger og løfter. Nej. Men mig, når jeg siger, du skal frem, så skal du så frem. Så skal du ikke sige til mig, at du ikke kan stå længere frem. Du skal fremad. Ja. Så må vi få den i hovedet. Fordi det er bedre, end at det er en sikker død, hvis bare vi stiller os ned i graven. Ja.
Vi skal ind og holde det initiativ. Ikke? Og hvis Rev har en fornemmelse af, at der gør ved dig længere frem, så bare gå frem. Gå frem til net. Men hele tiden have den der catch deroppe, ikke? Fordi I bliver udfordret. Og vi kan se, hvad der sker, når det er, vi kommer til at løfte. Ikke? Så får vi det rigtig svært. Ikke? Så ind og have det. Kom nu. Vi giver lige det sidste skud. Kom så. Ikke? Kom så.
那个把就可以了。刚才我跟你讲了嘛，你测那个女孩子的嘛，她反抽。啊，她弹就没有危险。啊，没有那个你杀那个女孩子冲，她弹就有。没有你抽的话可以烧回来啊，你短线的男的夹击上面处理就可以。OK。
Go. It's over. 4-11.
As what was discussed in the Danish camp, they need the initiative, they need the attack.
5-11.
If they are forced, as what they were in the beginning of this 3rd game, to lift too much, then they can't follow pace. So let's see if they're successful, and let's see if the Malaysians can keep mounting the pressure.
Service over. 12-5.
Yeah, good attack, cross court from Goshenwat, across the body of Mysurov. Look at this placement, really well placed on the forehand side of her, and no chance to get it back.
Go! It's over. 6-13.
Just a few hits with a new racket, and just to get the feel of the tension of the strings, and we're ready again.
My serving. Yes.
So Mysurov to serve, 6-13.
Let.
LAI not ready. I don't think she was ready on that one either, to be very honest. That was a very odd return of serve.
It's over. 14-7.
Yeah, good pressure here from Malaysian side.
15-7.
He sends that Goh Sun Huat really is settling quite nicely down now and really getting in control, getting into that rhythm, and he feels very comfortable.
Service over. 8-15.
Maintaining the 7-point advantage.
Service over. 16-8.
Yeah, that was a good serve by Goh Sun Huat, but I suspect it might have been a little bit short.
Service over. 9-17.
Yeah, too many mistakes are creeping into the game of the two Danes now. Obviously aided by the fact that the Malaysians are adding more pressure, more pace and more power. So just 3 points away from taking this opening match in the mixed doubles.
Over. 10-18. Service over. 19-10.
So it looks like the favourites from Malaysia, the world ranked number 9, is going to cruise into the second round after all, having won the first game 21-19, then losing the second game 21-19, but here totally in control, 19-11 up and just 2 points away from victory. And now just 1 point away from victory.
20, match point 11.
Good shot by Goh Sun Huat there. The cross one really not easy to control. And first time of asking here. Malaysians take this mixed doubles first round match against the pair from Denmark. Goh Sun Huat, Siwan Lai against Mikkelsen and SURROW. The two Malaysians are going through safely here in the third game, 21-11.
Match won by Goh Sun Huat, Siwan Lai, 21-19, 19-21, 21-11.
So the Malaysians safely on to the next round. The favourites in this match, winning 21-19, 19-21, 21-11. And we are ready for the highlights of this match.